Oh, he's gonna fall. No, he's gonna fall.
The day has finally come, fellas. The restoration we've all been waiting for. $1,000 only bought with $100. Hopefully train traffic's not bad here. But what we have is an old SpeedX S19. I will be throwing some narration stories on this thing. But to start with, it was originally a Briggs & Stratton engine. The last owner has swapped it to a Kohler. Now it was last running when it was parked in his barn 26 years ago until he upgraded. And now it's in our hands to get this thing running, fully restored, and hopefully take her to traffic shows. I cannot get a good angle with this thing here. It's big, but it's small. Kind of relatable. Now it came with a sweet little original toolbox here. That bracket there. Mounts right onto here. I'm pretty sure that would be it because it's a nice flat surface. Anyhow, he said he just got rid of his deck a couple months ago, so we kind of missed out on that. But we have this rider I'm working on. I'm probably going to part it out. We'll try to rig that deck up to this. But to start out, we got to lube up these axles, the steering. And other than that, that should be it besides cleaning the engine up, trying to get it running and throwing a battery in here. Oh, and these tires, but they're actual tractor tires. They don't seem too dry rotted, so we may be able to get that back on the bead. This one is dry rotted, but we could probably just throw a crap ton of slime in there and she'll fill right back up, if it even leaks, because the other ones hold just fine. I think I'm honestly going to start with the tires, just so I can move it in and out of the garage a little easier. Some stuff we'll need to do in the garage, some stuff outside. Probably going to be working on this day and night. That's going to be a hell of a project, but one badass project. I cannot wait to see what happens to this thing. But I'm going to go ahead and pull the jack out, get the front of this jacked up. That's probably 400 or 500 pounds total. So there'll be no issue on that end. We just got to see if we can get these tires back on the bead. Let's start off with the old ratchet strap trick. I'm really hoping this works because of how skinny this thing is. And as for this thing running, I'm not 100% feels a scam. But the dude was super cool. He's a farmer. I know they take care of their stuff. They did restore it at one point. Condition is still pretty freaking mint besides surface rust. And the engine spins free and got great compression. So that's a good sign. I think that bead is... She might be on there enough. I'm gonna grab the hand pump for now because I don't feel like running the compressor. We'll see what happens. I really should have bought slime before this whole process because it's probably not gonna hold, but it's worth a shot. We got some silicone lubricant here. That should help us out a little. Get her seated on that bead the right way. Yes, I have the wrong lid on my can. Let's see what happens. It's not seated quite yet. Just kind of getting nervous about this whole thing right here. Oh man, I don't like that at all. Alright, I'm gonna fight this for a minute and I'll get back to you. We got so much to do with this, I don't want to focus all on one part. No way. We have got it. The bead's completely seated on there. Heck yeah, man. We go ahead and take this off. Yeah, she's on there. I don't know how long it's gonna hold for, but we got something. All right, I'm listening here. We do have leakage just right here. I've listened to the whole tire. Worst comes to worst, we could throw the front tires off of this garden tractor, but I do want to keep the original rims. So I may just order tubes for the front and rears. Try to keep everything as original as I can, because these aren't too bad, honestly. Besides the dry rot, they're not bad. It's great tread. Every tractor you see has dry rotted tires. So I think we'll go with some Slimer tubes. See what we'll do on that. Let's move on to the next one. There's the train, but only the front tires are gonna need tubes. This one's filling up slowly, like I said, filled right up. There's no leak. And the back two tires do have tubes. I just checked, I could tell just by the valve stem. Tell right there, she's got an inner tube. So those will be good, and all the tires are Goodyear, so they got 100 more years on them. That's the Goodyear, you know what I mean? So let's get those two tubes and we'll be set for the tires. Okay, tires are dealt with. I got this one on a jack stand just so we don't pop the bead again. But every single thing on this tractor is seized, including idler pulleys. But I do believe, it's obviously neutral, I believe the clutch is engaged. So I should be able to start it if we could get it running. That's what I want to try to do now. I want to say this is the clutch, but I don't know. I'll have to do some investigating on that. First, we got to get everything unseized. I mean, it's insanely seized. Just taking a look at the belt engagement. This barely moves. None of these pulleys move whatsoever. Probably gonna have to order a crap load of bearings, but I don't want to do that yet until we're in the full building process. I want to make sure she runs before we go any farther. Well, we know our lubricant works great. I just soaked the hood because it barely wanted to open. Oh, she moves like a charm. This is the cooler engine we're working with. Metal gas tank. I'm highly concerned about that, but I got spare plastic ones. Oh, surprisingly, it opens. There is not really much. No way it is in that good a shape. There's little to no rust in that tank, so we're good on that. Obviously, I'll flush it first. We're gonna get this air filter out so we get to that carburetor. It's definitely gonna need work. Throttle cable, I'm gonna need a new one. There's no unseizing a solid steel throttle cable. That's no problem. I want to say that's a mini distributor because it runs straight to the coil here. Spark plug's gonna need changed. Thankfully I got that. Dipstick. We have oil in it, and I did just buy oil too, so it doesn't look too bad. It just looks old. We'll probably take care of that anyway. I still want to make sure it's gonna run first. I guarantee you, I really don't want to say it, but I bet you that starter's seized solid. I'm praying to God it's not. But like I said, she does spin pretty good. It's kind of a pain because of this cover, so it looks like it's not, but she spins good, got good compression. We're gonna start tearing into this thing. Got the wing nut off, came right off by finger. Let's see what this air filter is looking like. Could be better, but it's usable until we find a new one. That is disgusting. I'm surprised we didn't run into a mouse nest. I mean, I don't even see anything in there. However, I do believe there was a tiny one at one point in the flywheel, but that's no issue. We're getting ready to take this cover off. We're gonna go ahead and grab our containers to store the bolts. I believe it's like a 6mm socket for that carburetor cover. And brake clean, because brake clean is better than carb clean. We all know that. We're gonna get started on this thing. Got Bruno helping us today. Ain't that right, Bruno? Ain't that right? No, it is a 1/4. I forgot this is older. I think it is, I think it said early 80s, so nothing's gonna be a solid number here for us slow folks. Dude, these things are mint. That's the carburetor mount for the airbox, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't look too bad, man. All besides surface rust, this is going great so far. This is the only thing I'm concerned about, but I really don't see anywhere it could be leaking from. I mean, how it could even just possibly be old gas or overfill something, or this breather here, but that's all easy fix. I'm getting ready to run to the store here soon, get gasket maker, and hopefully find an inner tube for this. We've been working on this for about 20 minutes and it's already going flat. I mean, you could not make this up. Now, this is my first crack on this bolt. Check this out. Like nothing, man. This is so great. Now, I know it's fixable, but this is the scary part here. Let's tap on that, see what happens. Oh, she's budging now. Yeah, this would be a breeze. A little bit of brake clean, some oil, soaker and oil and gas for the night. It won't take nothing, man. I am this close to just taking the battery on, putting it on this thing and seeing what happens. I know nothing's going to happen because all the grounds are obviously shot. Started solenoid, and if that's a distributor, that's going to need cleaned up. It is so dang tempting, though. I'm just ready to ride this thing to the store and get all the looks, man. This is great. I have run into one issue so far. The idler here, coming off the governor, is super seized. I tried to tap at it to break it loose. It's trying to bend. So we're gonna have to take the governor off with the carb and definitely let her soak into oil and gas tonight. I really don't want to break any of this because I'm trying to keep it as original as I can and see what we can save. You guys are gonna be the first to see it. 26 years of running, that just cracked free like it was nothing. Let's try the other side. Oh, maybe. I don't think I'm getting that in there. Yeah, we're gonna need a wrench. Got me a wrench, 7/16, perfect fit. Now I give you guys all credit to say you were the first to see an ancient bolt crack loose with no grease. Oh my Lord, dude. You cannot make this up. Like seriously, I couldn't get it with the screwdriver as y'all saw. Haven't touched it until just now on video. I'm glad this is a restoration. I got gas lines. Now that the nut snap on its own, that is a pretty good gas line. But I did have to break it. It would not come off whatsoever. Got this thing off like nothing. I'm definitely switching to Kohler. Way better than Briggs at this point. I'm a Briggs kind of guy, but man, that's the way to go right there. Even that gasket, I mean, besides the bolt end of the gasket being broke, that's normal. That's all of my gaskets. But that thing is like brand new, man. Like I said, you cannot make this up. We're reusing that. I'm trying to do this as cheap as I can, and I don't think I have to do anything. Now, besides that gasket, but we also don't know what it fully looks like yet, check that out. That is insane. We're still going to let her soak just because of the simple fact she was half seized, but I could get away with brake clean. I don't know yet. We're going to see what happens. Hopefully, we may be able to get this thing running tonight. In the process, cleaning this carburetor here, boy, that scared the crap out of me. I thought I snapped the bolt, but no, it's just super short. That's the jet right there. Man, you know it's old when you got a metal float and a little spring load. That is so dang cool. Now, I'm going to teach y'all something real quick. Sometimes it's risky, sometimes it's not. We got an old metal float like that. You see that little silver dot? That is solder. This has been repaired before. So this one looks to be fine, completely sealed, but you got to really watch because sometimes they'll have a pinhole and this flip won't work. It'll just sink and cause your carburetor to bog down. Okay, so as for the gaskets, I'm probably going to have to keep this one. It don't seem in bad shape. We could revive that. I'm really going to have to look to see if we can find a gasket kit for this, but I highly doubt it. I don't know. I'll have to look tonight. This one is shot. I may have a spare somewhere, but I doubt it. I'm really hoping I can find a kit for this, or else we're going to have to go with gasket maker. Sometimes that could be risky as well. Okay, we got our carburetor soaking in nail polish remover, gasoline, and a little bit of oil. Pro tip, you can use just nail polish remover. You let it sit down and like pour like a little cat pull in your gas tank and run whatever you're running. It'll flush all that gunk and rust out of there. And same thing with the carburetor. I got it sitting in there. It works wonders, I'm telling you. Same thing for the gasoline. The nail polish remover is just insanely immaculate for cleaning stuff like that, especially sitting overnight. Also, keep your used oil. I got half a 5-gallon bucket of used oil. I may or may not use it for homemade diesel, but that's besides the point. Stuff like this, you could clean your parts with it, a little bit of gasoline mixed in it. You do undercarriages on vehicles. You could season your tools. Take care of stuff like this. Undercarriage, coat it in oil, mix it with paint, anything. It is so helpful. Literally just filter it out and you got a multi-use fluid right there. Other thing with the oil, if you're doing small engine stuff like me, sometimes if it's thick enough, you can get away with using it for chainsaw bar oil. And as for older two-strokes, if you filter enough and mix with a little bit of gas, it could make two-stroke. I'm not sure, but I can see it working that way if it's filtered enough. Anyhow, moving on to the next thing, I'm gonna start cleaning up grounds, wires, the fuel system, and unfreeing some of the C stuff. Now again, I just want to see if it'll run first, and then we're gonna take it all back off and start the restoration project. As I said, I'll be going to the store shortly to get some oils, paint, gaskets, all kind of hardware, whatever else. But as I said in the beginning, I do want to save as much stuff as I can to keep it completely original. Plus, I got all kind of ideas in my head on restoring everything all the way down to bolts, just to kind of keep that natural feel, everything original. Plus, it saves a crap ton of money. Obviously, we're going to restore it right, but I'm going to save what I can just to save that few extra bucks. Because I highly doubt I'm going to sell this for profit. I mean, they could go through $1,000 when they're fully restored, but this thing stole my heart already. I'm either going to show it or do a mini tractor pull, something along them lines. Boy, that spark plug is really in there. This ain't even the right size socket, but it bites just enough. It's like halfway seized in there. I'm praying I'm not just rounding this thing out, but it feels like, yeah, it's the spark plug coming out. Sweet. Yeah, it definitely wasn't the right size. Yeah, we're not getting that out. I've tried everything. So, solution, scrap bucket. And that is one of my main spark plug puller sizes. And I don't know what size that spark plug was, so hopefully I have one that fits. And also tried stripping the engine bay, or engine head, I mean, so not too good. Hopefully we can get one in there without stripping it anymore. My heart's pacing right now. I ended up going through the bottom of that spark plug puller. We got it out, shattered the spark plug, but it probably needed a new one anyway. However, we got alternatives. I got all kind of spark plugs on this thing, a whole drawer full. We're ready to rock. Doesn't quite fit, but she's snug enough in there. That should work for now. Okay, so this is not a clutch. This is to engage the deck that we do not have. So that's nice to know. We'll definitely have to restore that if we're putting that deck on it. I do not know where the clutch is, if this even has one. I mean, I don't see anywhere we could possibly have a hookup for a clutch, unless it's this lever, but I'm 90% sure that would just be a lowering point for the deck. Okay, I was wrong. Taking a closer look, this is super sweet. This bar right here is a lowering point for our drawbar. That'll definitely come in handy. That is so dang sweet. So yeah, we'll definitely be working on that here soon. I still have no idea if there was a clutch for this thing. Unless, wait a minute. See this metal rod here? It runs to that. That runs to here. Maybe our floorboard is the clutch. It indeed is, to make more sense. This right, oh, where's my finger at? That is our tensioner, which will obviously tension it to put it in gear, loosen it as the clutch. That tensioner runs down here, connects to that linkage. This bar is the lowering point, obviously, and also our pedal. So yes, that is indeed the clutch. We got to figure out how we're going to free that up. Unbelievable. Just a few sprays with some lubricant, a few taps with a wrench, and our deck engage works just like that. Smooth as butter again, man. This is going so much easier than I thought. Now, I got to really stop saying that because I jinx myself all the time. Nothing but bad luck if you guys know me. But we're going to keep rolling, see what happens. Turns out I was correct on the flywheel cover. There was a rat's nest in here. It looks super old though, so I don't think we got to worry about any baby mice. Went ahead and air compressed pretty much the whole dang tractor. Knocked off a lot of that surface rust, cleaned everything up pretty good. Starting to chip some of that grime off of there. It's looking a little better. However, I did jinx myself. Told you it was going good, and I blew my air compressor line. So hopefully we don't need that for a while. So I'm not going to say that this is going blank, but only a little bit of grease. Yet another part. This is so dang cool, man. This one was a little bit harder, but we did get the clutch brake going. It is a little bit of both. It's just one of the simple brakes, works the clutch and tensioner type of deal. See it working here. I still gotta put a little bit more lube on there, but she is working. Those of you that are curious, a little bit about this tractor, as I said, is the SpeedX S19. I haven't found out exactly what year that is yet. I got to do a little bit more digging on it. But it is early 80s. Well, at least that's when the original, well, I guess he'd be the second owner, purchased it. So I'm gonna guess it was late 70s to early 80s when this tractor was made. They are all originally built in Ohio, which is super dang cool. S19 is actually reflecting the engine's horsepower. Speaking of horsepower, anyhow, so I'm guessing the original engine was a 19 horsepower, but the new Kohler on here, I'd say it's about 8 to 12. If that's the case, don't quote me on this. That is just what I'm reading. Now, some of these are super rare and also super common. It just depends on what model you have. I did see this on the seat spring, 0592. That's the model of this. I tried looking it up. I can't find anything. As you see, Renova, Ohio, that's only like 2 hours from me, so that's pretty dang cool. But yeah, if y'all let me know, let me know out in the comments if you could find that, so I know exactly what model this is. It would definitely go a long way with this restoration we're doing. Also, this is a Peerless transaxle. Now, the one issue I'm having is it'll only go all the way to the left and then neutral. Oh, and right. So, I don't know if it's just forward, reverse, and neutral, or if there's gears. See, now it won't move at all. I don't know if it just needs grease. Oh, wait a minute. There's one gear. It's neutral. Yeah, I don't know. It might just be driving reverse. I'm not sure. But I got to figure out if this is the fill plug or not, because I'm trying to free this axle up a little bit. It's just a little bit stiff. But that could have also been the clutch. So, we'll see. But before I take it off the jack stand, I am 90% sure it was just a clutch, because now it is not activated. Words aren't wording right now, but the clutch isn't engaged right now, so it may be easier to move. I'm getting ready to wrap up this video here and start on it tomorrow, so I'm getting ready to find out. See, I just did a little more research. It's saying it's a 5-speed gear ratio, but we only had the gear all the way to the right, gear all the way to the left, and neutral. So I'm really not sure this is the right stickers on this thing. And I'm hoping it is not a 5-speed doing what it's doing, because I do not want to tear into that thing. I haven't tore into a transaxle yet. I'm sure it's simple. It's just a few bolts. But I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible here. Okay, so this is a 5-speed. I was just able to pop it into a gear. I can't quite get it now. Yep, see, there we go. It's locked into place right there. And then you go up, and there's our neutral. See, we got a lot more leverage here now. All I did was spread a little bit of oil in there. I'm pretty sure this is a 5-speed. We're just gonna have to free everything up. Yeah, we're really gonna have to play with this transmission once we're driving. So, we got reverse. There's 1, 2. Okay, just 2. But this, yeah, this is a gear right here too. And then another one. So there's 1, 2, neutral, 3. Oh, that's neutral. Yeah, see, I don't know. That is so weird. We're gonna really have to. We can only really test that out once we're driving the thing. Something super cool here. I was digging around on the internet. I did find an owner's manual for this thing, all the models, and I do not have a printer or the money for one. It's a risky chance, but if someone has a printer and could print this out for me, I'll send you the link. I'd highly appreciate it. However, though, I am packing everything up now. I went ahead and soaked every single bolt on that tractor with some oil. It's mixed with nail polish remover, all the good stuff I mentioned earlier. So that's going to soak overnight. Carburetor's still going to soak overnight. I got to pump that tire up one last time so I can push her into the garage for the night. I was going to call it for this episode. Really hope you guys enjoyed it. This is only part 1. Expect part 2 more than likely tomorrow. I'm going to be posted back-to-back with this thing besides Tuesday when I go to the farm. Really hope you guys appreciated this video, enjoyed this video. Like down below, comment down below, subscribe if you're not already. Give you some ideas for that dang thing. It's going to be an awesome journey on YouTube. I really hope this works out as a good series. But until next time, I will see y'all in the next one. Take care.